Welcome to Sandy Vans. From our San Diego workshop to the open road, we're crafting custom vans designed for your next big adventure. Watch as we design, build, and bring your road trip dreams to life. The adventure starts now. Hey, welcome to the shop. I'm Alan.
I'm Evan.
And we're at Sandy Van's new facility here in Miramar. Can't believe 3 years ago we started this company in Evan's driveway. And now here we are at this 11,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility.
When a customer walks in, we find out what their dream van looks like, and then we turn that dream into reality.
In this episode, we're teaming up with Nicole and Edden from the Ananda Living Experiences, the creative minds behind the Concrete Oasis, a micro-cement masterpiece that went viral on the internet.
What's going on?
Hey, brother.
How you doing?
Oh, man, got some fun stuff to talk with you about.
Well, what's going on?
How do you get any work done around here?
Alan, you know the difference between sales and engineering and production? Sales can be done with this and this. Mm-hmm. What I do requires this. All right, so what's going on?
All right, so why I came up here is Concrete Oasis with Edden and Nicole. That awesome van with the micro cement interior.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's actually happening.
Okay.
I know, we've been building vans for 3 years and we've done custom lighting and different finishes with epoxy, but this is like
Not this different
a
of a
whole
finish.
new level, right? So what exactly is micro cement? Well, it's basically like a plaster, but it's gonna be perfect for the adhesive on all of your walls, your shower, as well as even your ceiling. So that's gonna give a luxury aesthetic finish that we're looking for in this van. I just can't believe, what was it, a year and a half, 2 years ago, this original van went absolutely viral.
Blew the internet up.
Yeah, millions of views on different platforms. Now they've
I also remember
us.
looking at it and being like, concrete, that's crazy.
Yeah, concrete in a van. I know, when it first came out, I remember seeing it the first time and being like, that's not gonna work, it's gonna crack, it's gonna have so many issues.
I was definitely one of the haters. I was looking at it saying that's going to be cracking in 3 months down the road. Fast forward a year from then, and Alan gives me the heads up that he's having a conversation with Edden and Nicole about bringing the Concrete Oasis line into the Sandy Van shop and having us build this thing. Those hesitations and reserves didn't just go away.
Sounds like a new challenge. Sounds amazing for us to have an opportunity to tackle.
All right, well, we have to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, well, you'll do that, right?
Yeah, we're as busy as we can be just with our current build team. So adding a whole new product line into the mix, and then something that's far more technical too. We're definitely gonna have to find the right people.
This project feels next to impossible. It's like kiteboarding without wind. However, I think if we get the right team, we can make anything happen. All right, well, we're gonna have to get some more team members to make this thing come to life. Let's do it.
I probably blur the line between dreamer and doer.
We'll call him right now.
Got a lot of pie in the sky ideas, but I'm also an executor. And so with this product line coming into the Sandy Van shop, I had to be the person to, how do we systematize this? How do we make it to where we can do it repeatably?
What's up, man?
Good to see you. This place is wild.
Yeah.
This is like really legit.
We've been to a few van shops, and this one is the best.
Oh, yeah. We're doing it. We're making it happen. Yeah, so excited to work together and bring the limited series to life here at Sandy Vans.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're excited too.
Yeah, this is really big for us, man. Good. All right, let's go talk about it.
Let's do it.
Cool. Come on.
For the Concrete Oasis, to complete it, you need to give a little bit of your soul. I'm not exaggerating. When me and Edden built the first one, it was 4 months non-stop work. And just because they're a bigger team, it's a better facility, does not mean that it's not gonna be a ton of work, because we're taking what we built and we're making it 10 times better.
I'd love to learn more about, that origin story. But how did Concrete Oasis come to be?
Totally by chance, kind of.
Shane Valentine's amazing professional van builder.
Right.
We met him after a festival through a friend, and he offered us to come live in his house and build vans in his garage.
It was like he was just throwing it out there. It wasn't like a plan we had. And then we were like, yeah, we'll be there next month.
Yeah, so it was a stepping stone, but you hadn't built anything in the past.
No, I mean, I built a pergola in my house.
Incredible. Wow.
It's not a great pergola.
But to go from that and then creating one of the most, notable vans on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I credit a lot of that, first of all, to Nicole and her artistic abilities and her designer eye.
We just kind of came in with a totally different view, and then obviously the concrete. I remember being like, we're gonna do a concrete van, and Edden was like, what? No.
Well, even that word, concrete and van, everyone immediately gravitates like, it's impossible. Why would you do that? And so there's so many things that people are immediately from the van world saying, why would you do that? And then from a general audience saying, wow, that aesthetic is incredible. I've never seen that.
Right. And everyone that was around us, all the van builders that were around us thought we were crazy.
Right. Yeah, like as we were doing it, they were like, oh my God, guys, you're gonna regret this, like it's gonna crack. And I'm like, no, we did a test panel, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. But like we were also kind of like, we hope it's gonna work.
So I guess one of the main reasons we even started looking for someone to build our vans for us was we received so much outreach and so many people that told us that like,
we're ready to do van life. We're ready to leave our lives and do van life if we can have this van. We're like, all right, we can only make one a year, us.
We wanted to give more people the opportunity to be in this kind of a van. It was important for us to find a company that can elevate the experience that we can create in this van, and be able to bring it to more people and at a better level that we would ever be able to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's how we found you guys.
We're honored to be here and be partnered. And well, next step is getting out in the shop, looking at the first van and meeting Evan, the engineer, to start walking through how we're going to systematize this build.
Yeah. Right, let's do it.
Edden, we got Edden and Nicole here.
What's up, man?
It's so wonderful to meet you.
Yeah.
Excited to get this van build kicked off?
Yeah, we are. Let's do it.
All right, well, I'm really, really pumped for this one. And also really, really terrified.
Trust me, you guys are in good hands. Okay. I'm gonna let you go. We'll see you at the next meeting, but the engineers got you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Al.
Fortunately, once we got Edden and Nicole in here and we were able to actually, before we took this on, we were able to see the first van that they had built and see one that had been on the road for a year.
So impressed with what you guys have done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So what kind of challenges are we gonna experience on this van?
Well, the microsmith. It's just kind of a long process, but it's so worth it. It's so beautiful. It's a great product, but the whole team will have to learn how to do it. It's definitely not a van building skill.
Beyond that, I think there's a lot of other things that are going to be pretty complicated here compared to the vans that you guys usually build. So it's a new layout. It's got a wet shower, which is something that you guys don't normally do, and a lot of different finishes and like very fine detail stuff. That we are going to need to dig into and really train the whole team on how to do.
I'm really excited to see what we're going to be able to come up with.
Thanks. So are we. I mean, we did, it was our first van, so we did the best we could with the knowledge and the experience that we had. But our goal here is to really level up, as much as we can, and you guys know how to level it up.
It still blows my mind so much that was your first van. I'm going to show you photos of what my first van looked like. It did not look anything like that. So, yeah, well done on that.
I'm excited to see how it's going to work out and all the changes that we're going to implement to make it even better than the first one.
And that's the beauty of then taking it and applying these machines to what we're going to do with this, is we're going to be able to up the level of quality. We're going to be able to up the precision and all of the joints and everything that's going into this cabinetry.
Right.
Yeah.
There's just things that you can't do by hand.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
you can knock out with the
we know.
CNC machine. Exactly. And we can get more creative. Like some of the artwork that you had done in the van was beautiful, but I know it took you how many hours to hand?
I think it was like 37 hours just sitting there dot by dot.
So instead of having you going by hand, dot by dot, we're going to be able to have you draw something up, and then we can take that, put it on a laser etcher, and then etch that into the wood. So we're still going to have that aesthetic, but speeding up the process and saving you a little bit of carpal tunnel there.
For sure.
Yeah, and for the end goal in the end, which is getting this van into the hands of more people. It is a limited series. We're not going to build that many of them, but if we were to build it by ourselves, we could only build maybe one per year. So
how long did it take you to build the first one?
It took us 4 months, but working 7 days a week, 18-hour days.
Yeah, crazy.
So we don't want to do that again.
No.
In a normal amount of time, it would take probably 8, 9, 10 months. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring this down. We're gonna try to build this first one in 3 months. So tight timeline. I know we got a lot of work ahead of us.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're gonna get after it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready to take a look at this thing?
Yes.
Do it, man. Let's get started.
There she is.
Wow.
Got a lot of work ahead of us.
It'll look way different in a couple months.
Oh, wait.
All right. We'll start it on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this again. But I will say that it feels very different this time. Having a team around that's helping makes me feel way more at ease. Knowing that we're gonna be doing it a lot better, a lot more professional, that I have a lot of great minds around me that are gonna help get this thing dialed in way better than we could ever do it ourselves. Makes me feel really confident, but at the same time, there's a lot of work ahead, and it is a little bit daunting.
All right, everybody, Sandy Vance team, meet Nicole and Edden.
Welcome, guys.
Hey, this is a really exciting day. We have Nicole and Edden here for the next few months to help us build the Concrete Oasis.
So we went ahead with Edden and Nicole, took our normal magnet process, how we list out every step to build a van. We went ahead and created that for the Concrete Oasis. And Edden's gonna go ahead and lead this project.
Really excited to work with all you guys. You guys do incredible work from what I've been seeing here in the shop and a little bit I've spoken to you guys. This magnet process is awesome. I love what you guys do. This is kind of what you're used to seeing in a regular van build. This build, it's a little bit more complicated. Actually, a lot more complicated. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of work to do on these vans. The main thing that we're gonna have to learn is the micro cement. And the main issue with that is that every piece that gets micro cemented into this van, which is most of the pieces in this van, need to go through a 5 to 6 day process of getting micro cemented. So everything gets built, dry fit, and then taken back out, goes through the whole process, and only then can actually get installed in the van.
How many parts are like that?
All of them.
Yeah, there's a majority of the pieces. All the wall panels, all sitting panels, floor, bench faces, there's a lot.
Order of operations is gonna be super important and making sure we're stacking things.
Yeah, and we're gonna be here for the duration of this whole build, teaching you guys how to do it. I'm gonna be leading. Nicole's gonna be more on the design side.
Yeah, I'll be making sure the materials we're using are gonna be good, documenting the whole entire process, trying to make a Bible for you guys, a Concrete Oasis Bible. So when you continue the build, you know exactly what's protocol and you know what meets our quality control. And it's something that Edden and I'm sure the team will get annoyed with me about because I go in there and I nitpick these fine little details. You know, measure twice, cut once.
We got this, right?
Yeah.
Come on, team.
Let's do it. All right, bring it in, guys, bring it in.
Fans rock on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fans rock!
Let's do it.
Woo. Welcome everyone to day 1 of the Concrete Oasis build. We're here in the Sandy Van shop. What we're gonna work on today is what we call the cut here at Sandy Vans, and that's where we go cut all the exterior holes into the van. So we're gonna put in our windows that we're gonna have in the van, we're gonna put in our fan, our AC hole, and whatever other holes we find along the way we need to put in.
Today we are installing everything that goes on the roof. So we got our skylight going in, we got our roof vent fan, and our AC unit. Also put on this lizard skin insulation barrier that we're going to be putting under the floor.
So what exactly is this going to do?
This is pretty much a spray-on insulating barrier. So it's going to prevent a lot of the heat transfer coming between the exterior of the van and the metal of the van to the actual subfloor that we're going to be putting in here, hopefully later today.
So we've got this skylight, which is going to be large enough to climb through. You'll be able to climb up through that, and then you see this right here, boom, solar. So we're actually going to make custom decking panels that go right from the rear of that skylight all the way back to your AC unit, making this whole center area usable decking, usable solar, then back here having our air conditioning unit, and right behind that our fan. Last night went ahead and glued in the subfloor. Right here, all these are a ton of batteries. Yes, yes, what do you mean? All right, he's stoked on batteries, don't know why. We don't really want to have to put a whole bunch of holes and screws and things through the base of the van. That's why we use glue. We're also gonna have a bunch of weight on this once we put cabinetry, things like that in there. So it's plenty fine just to come in with the construction adhesive. This floor's not going anywhere. All right, well, let's talk about the electrical system that's gonna go in this van. We're gonna be using all Red Arc components. What we're gonna end up doing is have everything come in through this unit right here. This is the Red Arc Alpha 100. So what this acts is your battery manager. This is doing all of our charge controlling. So we're gonna have solar on the roof. This is gonna manage and charge from our solar. It's gonna do our alternator charging. So anytime the vehicle's on, we're taking current from that alternator, the excess current there. We're utilizing that to charge our battery bank in the house system. And then we've got shore power. So if you're at a campsite, you're at home, you wanna plug it in and charge up the batteries, you can also do that through this unit.
Microcement is a crazy product. It's an awesome product, but it is super time consuming, it's super tedious, and you have to have a fine touch with it. And it takes time to learn that. So I know it's gonna be frustrating for them, but again, I know that when they finish the van and they see the result, that they're gonna be like, okay, all those hours were worth it.
Everybody, welcome to Microcementing 101. Today you're going to be learning the most important thing in this entire van build.
It's literally called the Concrete Oasis. You need to get the concrete part down.
Now we've been training in this for years and have learned all these techniques to make it look the way it does. You guys have days to get this down because we got a van with a deadline, all right? And I need you guys on your top game. Within a few days, I need you guys pumping out concrete pieces like we pump out. You guys think you can handle it?
Let's do it.
That doesn't sound very confident.
We got it.
Yeah? You sure? Okay.
This team is like super confident that they can get it done. And it seems like they all really accept the challenge, you know? And they actually looked at it and was like, wow, this is cool. Like we're gonna get to build something that's like way beyond anything we've ever built. There's gonna be a lot more creativity involved, a lot more engineering, a lot more figuring things out. And I think they're excited for that challenge.
Looking in here, it looks like it still has a ways to go. I know we have a ways to go.
It does.
And I know time is starting to get, we're starting to feel the pressure a little.
We're feeling the pressure. We've got pretty much less than 2 months to finish this build, but we have opened up the gates for a lot of things to start moving forwards because of these ambiguous walls that look like they're just, you know, whatever walls, but these were actually a lot of work to get these dialed in perfectly and to find the right finish that is going to be the finish that we're going to be using for the whole van. If we keep being diligent about those tiny little aesthetic things, the van is going to come out as beautiful as we hope it to be. So in order to be able to process the amount of microcementing that we have to do here, we had to change up a lot of the layout of the actual shop itself. So we converted their painting tent into a microcement sanctuary where half of it is still being used for the regular polying and stuff like that that Sandy Man does. And then the other side is being used almost solely for our microcementing. We also built a big drying rack so that we'll be able to dry out all the big microcement panels that we're doing. So we have a ton of these happening at once. All the ceiling panels, all the wall panels, they need a place to be able to dry and be able to move them out so that we can keep microcementing. We have to get this super precise because every little variation in the amount of water to powder is going to change the color. You never want to make too big of a batch because you won't be able to do it fast enough. Now definitely hurry up a little bit and start doing this because this is already starting to dry a little bit. Coming up with a lot of like interesting techniques and even tiny paint brushes that we've been needing to go with to get the corners perfect.
Oh, yay.
Beautiful.
Oh, dude.
Wait, let's push it again.
Yeah. Yep, nice. That looks great.
I think it's all right. This helped a lot, notching this out. You see how much?
Yeah, it gets closer to the...
You might need to do a little bit more there, just to...
Yeah, maybe just like an inch or something on each side.
What size is that? That
reveal?
That reveal right there.
3/4.
Oh. Oh. Dude.
What's it supposed to be?
Well, it's got to be an inch because we need the 1/2 inch space underneath the lip, which is another 1/2 inch. Wait. How do we... That doesn't make sense. What is... This is 22?
Yeah, this is 22 for sure. Yeah, that's 22 on the money.
This is 23.
That's...
It's the wall panel. We didn't consider the wall panel.
It's 1/4 inch for the wall panel.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we need...
Damn. Okay. We also can't go too much smaller on the
Inner dimension?
inner dimension because the electrical system.
Right.
Actually, I gotta... Let me call Evan real quick.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, dude, can you come look at something in the van real quick?
That doesn't sound like a good thing. Happy to, but it sounds like there's a
Not
problem.
a great thing.
All right, I'll be there in a second.
All right, thanks.
All right, what's happening? So all of our parts have already been made. They've already been scribed. And now realizing that we have this measurement off means that we have to go back and fix everything. And I mean absolutely everything. So this is going to be really tough for us to be able to hit that deadline while having to remake our cabinetry.